But I found my Jimmy Carter autobiography.
That's what you need.
I mean, like, is that not one of the more interesting presidents to read about?
Yes.
What did he even do? What is this book about? For the first 2 years, I wasn't even sure I was in office.
Just gathering up all the...
What did he do?
He was the most Jimmy Carter of them all.
Nobody can tell me shit about his presidency. I'm convinced America just didn't exist.
I hear he's a solid stand-up guy.
I think that's the problem.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he didn't, like, get his dick sucked. He didn't...
Not once did he get his dick sucked while in office. It's a sad tale is what it is.
Jimmy Carter. The most mundane president.
The president with the driest dick. Poor guy.
He was married.
That doesn't mean anything. That's not what we're saying.
Is
that wrong? Did I...
Is it wrong when it feels so right?
Oh, man. Essential.
What is it?
There we go. Okay, I'm just adjusting this over there. And that's now better. Why do we... Man...
Go ahead.
In all honesty, we need to figure out how to, like, have this shit ready to go before we start recording. That's what we need to do.
You've done it a couple times.
We used to be good about it.
Is this level a level? Are you using it as a level?
Is it wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. We're professional. I'm leaving all of this in, too.
That's fine.
People love the show.
You guys can see the process.
People love the show. They love to see how this all gets done. We are now... Begin.
Okay, all right, okay.
Right?
Yes, yeah.
No, I'm asking you. Is this now? Is this when it's? I don't have a drink. Fine, it's fine.
Go get a drink. You're gonna need a drink.
Entertain the people. How long have we been recording? That's been going for longer than the camera's been going. So I don't know how long we've been recording. 2 minutes and 41 seconds is how long we've been recording, which means we're past the point, and now we can curse. Because that's the whole thing. You can't curse within the first... Because we're monetized now.
I think I...
Fuck!
I probably did curse. So check that.
I'll figure it out. I'll be right back.
So... I bought two booster packs of Pokemon cards today at my job. So that's fine. I didn't really get anything good. I keep getting Cinderaces. I think Dylan's a little hot in the limelight. I was thinking of something I was going to open with whenever we were over there discussing and about to start setting up the camera, but then I forgot what that was. As soon as we turned on the light.
Okay, I'm back.
Blinded myself.
I'm back, and I just brought several beers because I didn't know what we were doing, so, like, just we'll figure this out as we go along. Okay.
Forrest needed a drink, so he got 4 alcoholic beverages.
It looks really bad when you phrase it that way. I was just bringing something to share, and I didn't know which one you might want, so I got variety.
I'll have an alcoholic beverage with you, Forrest. I'll share the load. So
I rarely drink alcohol. I just thought
I was trying to tell the people. First of all,
I don't know what you were doing.
I want to say, hush.
Feeding my addiction.
I want to say it's so good to be back with you people again. No, I really though I missed it.
Yeah,
It hadn't even been that long.
Nah, it's been a couple of weeks.
But I missed it. I sure as fuck don't want to be doing anything else.
No, that's the best part, man. Is that like It's so frustrating because
But what the fuck was I saying over here earlier when I said I wanted to talk about a thing?
I don't remember.
All right.
And then we started recording
All right,
because
if
we
it
wanted
comes-
to get it on camera.
Yeah, good.
The
We're so good at this.
we're professional podcastmen.
Do you want to start it? Do you want to cut it and
I
start
thought we
it,
already
say
started
what's
it when I said this, and then you came over here, and now we're in it. We're now in the podcast.
Is that where the intro's going to go?
Yeah, I'm going to put it in there.
All right.
Yeah, so we're already in it.
This is all irrelevant.
Yeah. The what was I saying? Shit. Oh, right. I fucking love my job. And I love doing these things and making these shows. And like, this past week and a half have been working my tookus off on a show about how evolution works, which by the time this goes up, I will be in the process of recording and editing and putting out, and I'm trying to get the first episode out by next week, but like, it's a little mini series about evolution and how it works, and it's fucking great. And if I worked half as hard on that as I did, or on my thesis as I did on that shit, I would be done by now, because my God, I cranked out like 40 pages of writing in the course of like a couple of days. And so, yeah, I just need to, I've got to get done with this goddamn degree, and then I can just do this for the rest of my life and just be a happy man. You know what I mean? Get out of academia.
Yeah.
Which of these would you prefer? I've got, this is ginger beer. This is cherry limeade. This is apple cider. And this
It
is
always describes things like an old man.
hurricane punch.
This. What is this one called? Oh, this is a smooth alcoholic beverage.
A malt liqueur.
Oh, it's
Fine head on that one.
Smirnoff. What? Fine head on that one? What is this, Fable 2?
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I like them all.
Yeah.
I like the look of them all.
Yeah.
Some of these colors are scaring me away. I kind of just want the ginger.
Yeah, try it.
Is it ginger beer?
Yeah, it's ginger beer.
I do want that.
Yeah.
I want that inside me.
Put that, splish splash that into your boca.
Into my what?
Your boca. Mm-hmm. I'll take this cherry limeade. We could make this the whole theme.
Beer?
Drinking and talking about things.
Of the show? Or the episode?
I was gonna say the show, but yeah,
We've
drank on the show before. Drank on the show before,
yeah.
and we could make it a weekly occurrence. We could do like beers and bitching about.
Do you think I don't
capitalism.
that sounds great, but I don't want to peg ourselves into a hole.
Yeah.
If that's an expression I can make up right now. I don't want to. Yeah, neither of us want to get pegged right now. So, clarification.
No, we're not taking it off the table. All right, just not presently. We're busy.
I want to be pegged on the table.
We're making a podcast, but not on the podcast.
Damn it! I'm trying not to lose my train of thought.
It's just, I don't remember what I had. Three
That
things
would
I
be
wanted
cool.
to talk about when you came over. I don't remember a single one of them.
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. If people love the show. It's
People
rambly.
love the show.
So, no, I mean I don't know. It's one of those things, right?
This whole thing is one of those things. This is the worst episode yet.
I doubt it. So I think we had a really bad start. So they've really. Oh,
this week
you almost got me like
yeah,
dying on
just
camera.
aspirating on.
Yeah.
This week in what has Forrest been doing that isn't his actual thesis research that he's supposed to do for a living? Have you played Dying Light? Because it's great.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm playing it on the. Are you playing it on the Switch?
Xbox.
Damn.
Why?
Because I bought the one on the Switch because I played it a long time ago on Xbox and I wanted all the DLC, so I just bought the whole thing on Switch. It was like a half off.
Yeah, they had the same thing on Xbox.
It's pretty good.
I bought all of the DLC on it, and like
it's pretty fun.
I play. I don't know if it is because I don't know anything about the game. I'm very early on into it, and so like I don't know what is or isn't DLC unless it's like specifically marked.
I don't think you're gonna get into it really on accident.
The DLC?
It's clearly like it tells you you're about to enter a thing that's DLC.
Oh, okay, cool. So is there the video game downstairs, Hellraiser, the arcade game?
That's one of the DLCs.
That's a DLC?
Yeah, but I will say so what I did was I jumped in that shit about halfway through the main campaign just because I got tired of doing the main campaign.
Yeah.
And I jumped into it and it was kind of fun because it's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
And I actually like you level up.
Yeah.
So I just I just kind of used it as like a way to level up my combat.
I found that first. I haven't played any of the main campaign.
And, like, went in there.
Yeah, I haven't played any of the main campaign whatsoever. I did like the first bitch mission of like go find this person and learn how to climb a building. Yeah. That's all I did. And then I found that and I was like, oh, this looks cool. I didn't realize it was a whole other thing and I had no idea how to get out of it. And I don't think you can until a certain point. And so like I played the fuck out of that. I played a whole ass video game.
You were like, what is this?
It was radical. It was so cool. And the enemies are 10 times harder than in the main game in that shit. And so I played the fuck out of that and unlocked all the weapons and shit and then got out of it finally and you can get the weapons from the Hellraiser in the main.
Yeah.
I've got a pipe wrench, which is worth like 13 damage, and like a gas pipe, which is worth like 30 damage, and then the bastard sword worth 700 damage.
The gut spiller or whatever it's called.
So I'm now back in the regular game, just tearing ass across this fucking city.
It was so fun to like jump back into like a regular city and then have like these medieval weapons. Like I could make shields now. I was like crafting shit. I was like, I'm fucking ready. Like
that's so cool.
Fighting dudes with guns with like medieval swords. Yeah, it's an experience.
That's how my fantasies work in real life. Because I'm gonna fucking tear ass in here like a fucking knight in shining army and stop terrorism.
Yeah, no, I'll totally get it on Xbox, and we need to do a Dying Light stream sometime and let y'all watch us.
Absolutely.
Fuck around with a bunch of zombies.
I've been talking about it for a long time. We should start either with this channel or with some other thing. We should do a gaming thing.
No, we're gonna. It's just about time.
Game Grumps, but worse is what it'll be.
It's just about time, bro.
Just all about time.
No, it is though. Like I don't have I don't want to make this whole episode talking about how much time we don't have to make content. But like I literally don't have time right now.
Yeah, well, I'm expecting to take a small hiatus from YouTube, at least for like a month, just so I can work on like my actual job for a little bit. But like hopefully I'll be able to finish videos so that they can publish as I'm away and nobody will notice I'm away. That's what I did with this last when I was working on this series. I took all of my TikToks and downloaded them and published them, and it was like a 10-minute compilation every day for like a week and a half. And so like that was able to, people were able to watch more cool shit. They were able to enjoy my TikToks and all that. And also, I don't have to worry about making anything else right now. I can just write. And that's why I was able to write this series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it's complicated.
I'm really glad
because I don't want to be like JonTron and put out like one video every other fucking year.
Man, I love JonTron. I hate JonTron. I would love to be JonTron. I would hate to be JonTron.
All of it.
Because I know, like, it's like you go on YouTube and you watch the documentaries about him splitting up with the Grumps or whatever and how all that went down. And I from what I can glean, it seems like they're pretty cool. Like
I don't think they've ever.
It was a pretty copacetic thing. Like I think they played into some of the rumors a little bit just for fun, but I think they were mostly. It was they all like from what I can tell as grown-ups decided JonTron obviously wanted to go do his own thing.
Yeah, and they were
he obviously wanted to go be theatrical as fuck. Look at his shit, and he's doing fine.
He's doing great.
They're all doing fine.
His videos are hilarious.
And I love all of their content. His videos are great. Sometimes it takes him almost a fucking year to make one.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine because he makes one. The production value is extremely high, and then he rakes it in for another 6 months while they're making the other
as far
one.
as he's not hurting for money.
It's a professional thing.
He's got a staff.
But it's
Yeah, that's and he was in the Game Grumps for like less than a year. Like
I know, but people made a big deal. Yeah. People get really attached to
the very beginning of something.
Well, especially if you're like a fan imagine people like the people who have been here since the beginning, like if we get super big or whatever, and then we go and do our own things later, which will happen.
But will happen, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, you know, we can't do the same thing.
If one
forever.
of us fucking moves, we're not gonna Skype a podcast.
Like, this show's great, and I love it, and I think the way we do it is fantastic for now. It's gonna run its course.
Right? Exactly.
And we could maybe do the only way we could survive as a project is eventually we'd have to adapt and diversify, like we've talked about, and make other things.
Well, because
which is cool.
How miserable.
Some people are gonna feel betrayed by that.
How miserable to not do it like that way, though.
Some
is the thing.
people feel betrayed when
because
Star Trek gets canceled.
Look at fucking.
I shouldn't say canceled when their section ends and they go to a new generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. It's the same thing with like a sequel to a video game. Like people fucking get really emotionally
They want it the
invested.
exact same way forever. Yeah, but like we're gonna grow as people. Like if one of I said a minute ago, if one of us moves, what if we just fucking don't want to do it this way anymore? We want to do something else. Are we gonna sit here and make ourselves unhappy and make a bad show? You know what I mean? What if we want to do some different thing? Like, what if we get excited to do the gaming stream idea?
I think the whole point,
that would be better because we'd be into it. And
exactly. I think the whole point of doing anything in the beginning at all with anything is that you would like to do more projects.
Yeah.
I think most people don't go into it with the mindset of like, oh, I want to make this type of thing and do it forever. And if they do, they're usually young, and after a few years, they're like, I want to make new content.
And then they get pegged in a corner on the table.
You see it all the time. They've made one kind of content since the beginning for a while, and then people freak out when they start trying to branch out. And you know, a lot of those people, they're just reactionary, like YouTube commenters. Like, it's not.
Well, even that, like, fuck, man. Like, I do this the Reacteria show on YouTube. That's not going to be funny after the fucking 80th episode. You know what I mean? Because I've already said everything I could possibly say. And even now, I have several episodes where I'm like, hey, I already talked about this on this episode, so go watch that. Because I don't want to sit there and record the same thing I've already said 3 times. I don't want to record it. I know that the new people who are coming in to watch the channel now, they haven't seen that, and it would benefit them. It would be beneficial to them, but I would be unhappy recording it, and so it's going to look bad. You know what I mean? And, like, even that, if I were to say, like, go back and watch these other things, I've watched my old videos, and I hate them because the production quality wasn't as good, because I didn't have as much, cool, I didn't have the equipment, I didn't have a computer, I didn't, anything like that. So, like, eventually I will have to go back and repeat these lessons, but I'm not going to try to remake the same video, I don't know. It's, like, complicated.
Man, I don't know. Do you ever look at stuff you made before, and you're like, oh my God, I should stop? Like, and it's like that's already over, but you're like, your brain catches up for a second, and you're just like, you're like, oh no,
you get the post-nut clarity on the video.
Is the new shit just as bad as the old shit? I don't know.
It might be. Yeah, that's hard. That's real hard.
Because you are still, like, at the end of the day, I'm still just a guy fucking saying a bunch of just gibberish.
Yeah,
just making sound waves.
Yeah, that's all we are. We're just putting things on the internet. We're converting information into light.
To put some, for the podcast namesake, something I'm extremely uncomfortable with is admitting that I'm also extremely insecure.
Oh yeah,
constantly.
Oh god, we've talked about imposter syndrome. It's fucking been a really genuinely difficult thing for me to deal with for the past probably month or so. Like, I've questioned everything about myself, because I call myself an evolutionary biologist.
Well,
because that's the easiest way to explain my expertise and what I do. My degrees are in biology and integrative biology and education. So it would maybe I should call myself integrative biologist, but nobody knows what that means. And I specialize in evolution because that's what integrative biology is going to land on, because evolution is a central theme, and because I don't have a degree that specifically says evolutionary biology, I get nervous. But fucking the person who is currently my advisor, her PhD is in biology, but she's a bioanthropologist. She didn't have a single degree in that. But
what are you working on over there?
I'm peeling this label because I'm uncomfortable. Ben. I'm just
show the people.
I'm peeling the label because I feel bad about myself. So I'm taking it out on this label real slow.
Yeah. So you were talking really fast and just continuously peeling the label, so I just thought I'd break the
just
break it.
Point out how insane I'm being.
Yeah, you're
the
fine.
neuroses that are unfolding before you. But like, yeah, man, it's
like the Elder
fucking,
Scroll.
The world gets shaky. But yeah, that's the imposter syndrome's hit real fucking hard recently. It's been crazy.
Really?
And I'm just trying to make things better.
I'm glad that happened to us at the same time, I guess. I got really, like, I have been mentally wrought with the horrific nonsense. I don't know what's going on. I have been having a bad time. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, don't if you don't want to.
Yeah, fuck that. Just, like, I think I'll be okay someday.
We're not the only ones at all.
Everybody's having a time.
There's several channels, actually. Several channels on TikTok of people that I follow that I've loved and watched for a long time. And they've disappeared. And I didn't even notice for a while because TikTok's insane all the time. Just like new. But then all of a sudden I would see these familiar faces pop up in a totally new like way. They're wearing different clothes, they're in a different setting, they're everything. And they're like, yeah, I stopped because my mental health was just in the fucking gutter and I just wanted to do something else. And I feel much better. I didn't do anything for a few days. And I'm like, oh shit. If you look over their videos, it's all the exact same video, exact same format, different topics, different ideas, different whatever, but they have to stick to, I slide into the mirror this way, I'm wearing this kind of thing, I'm holding things in this way, whatever, I have this background, whatever.
Damn, now that you've said that, like, I've kind of just started, my brain was analyzing my most recent list of YouTubers I've been watching who have, like, a format where they talk and show their face and then show the thing. And it's like fucking with me.
The repetition, man, it gets to you. And the expectation that you put on yourself, pegging yourself in a corner, is getting the whole, like, I have to do it this way and that way. I remember I was the same way. My TikToks were all recorded in my study, in the place where I went to just do work. It was my office. And then I built this studio room just for the podcast and the YouTube channel. And I remember Amber suggesting, like, hey, why don't you record a TikTok video in there? Because there's sound foam fucking everywhere. The lighting's a little bit better. Like, that's what you designed it to be, a studio. I was like, yeah, but, like, I like this is the background is my study. Yeah, but the audio quality fucking sucks. And the lighting's weird, and that desk is too small. And also, since I've had this studio, I haven't been in that study.
Yeah.
Like, I just haven't worked in there. I've been in here because I have a computer in here.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting at that uncomfortable tiny desk with a shitty laptop that barely works, why would I work in that office when this office is better? So it's just like, it took me genuine mental effort to move to another room because I had just told myself that I wasn't allowed to do that. Like, that happens a lot. A lot with people.
That's sad.
It's sad.
If you're a creative of some kind, don't let the expectations lead to your downfall.
This is supposed to be a cherry limeade, and it tasted really good at first, and now it just kind of tastes like freezer burn. You know what I mean?
Don't let the expectations lead to your downfall. It tastes like freezer burn?
That popped up pretty well on there. Use that.
You said it tastes like freezer burn?
Yeah, it tastes like.
I wonder if it's because of the ice.
You know when you put when you put flour in the freezer for too long and it starts to taste like everything else in your freezer.
I mean, I know what freezer burn is. Like,
it just tastes like all the things in the freezer. I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
When something begins to taste like all of the things in the freezer, it's time to move.
Just move to a new freezer.
Move to a new house. You can't have that shit. It's bad. Bad freezer, bad house, bad life.
That's yes. That's absolutely right.
I nailed it. Nailed it. How long until the camera turns off?
8 minutes.
Nice. We didn't even pick a topic. We've just been sitting here I don't even know.
Complaining about nonsense. Word of warning to the people here on the YouTubes. We are now monetized, which is awesome. So I've been putting an ad break at the beginning of the video and at the end of the video, and then we have like the sponsored, like the little things that come on in the lower third of the video and just like pop up there because those never bother anybody. Probably also going to put an ad break when the camera dies. So when we flip the camera, we'll put a break in there as well, just to make that make sense. It's tricky because on my on the YouTube videos that I make, I put an ad every 10 minutes or so, and I look for like a break to do that. I tried doing that on our video. We're just rambling insanely the entire fucking hour that we're talking. So that's not going to work. So, like, I think that will be one good break. There's no way in hell we're going to do one every 10 minutes. That's insane.
And we're not even, this show's not that good.
It's not that good for
It's
people to
not
sit through
good.
ads.
Yeah, it's not good enough for that many ads.
It's not. It's really not.
Yeah.
But like, I would like to know if you're watching on the YouTubes, leave a comment and tell us, like, how many ads would you put up with? I'm not going to try to match that, but like, what do you think?
Man, I say
is
you
reasonable?
go off television rules because I think they figured out the maximum amount of ads without getting people to change the channel.
Once every 10 minutes.
Yeah. If there's anything television has done, it's research the fuck out of human behavior.
That's true. That's what I would put up with. You know what I mean? Is I would deal with, every 10 minutes or so.
Who are the television guys? We should get them on like climate change.
What?
They could change people's minds.
Oh,
The TV guys.
Yeah.
Why aren't the... Huh.
Yeah.
Why does the TV guy tell the president, man? How does our government work?
Man, if this podcast has taught me anything, is that I don't know.
Why doesn't the TV man tell the president guy? I'm just a lawyer guy. I don't know anything about bicycles. Anyway, it's just, yeah. I don't know. I've been... like I don't want to complain too much about my mood. I've just been in a bad place because I'm dealing with like internal strife and stress. I'm dealing with fuck you.
What was that? Your phone?
It was actually a reminder.
Oh, nice.
I don't even want to know what the fuck it is. So
remind me about it later. Remind me to
so
check.
there's that, right? There's that.
If that's how you handle a notification on your phone, you might not be in a mentally good space.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of stressed out. You got family stuff going on. Stressed out. Just moved. Stressed out about that. Job. It's fine.
It's fine.
I'm trying to do this. Want to deal with everything. Launch other projects. Take care of everybody. Be happy. Be successful.
Yep.
Die. Not miserable. You're worried about all that shit, and it's all just been on my mind a lot lately.
I don't want to die in Oklahoma. That's my whole thing.
I don't care where I die as long as like I did enough cool shit. So
well, it's like I get that, I understand that, like I can tell myself that intellectually and get it. But I feel like if I leave Oklahoma and travel to fucking Jupiter and do cool shit all across the stars, and then come back and travel around the world and help 1 million people and explore the depths of the ocean, and then I come back to Oklahoma to visit and get hit by a bus and die, total distance traveled is 0. I
think
died
that's
in
a
Oklahoma.
lot. That's
Nothing matters.
That's a lot different than like I've done everything and now I'm literally old as fuck and just waiting to die and I retired to Oklahoma. That's a little bit different than like I didn't do shit or like I came back to see a tree and it fell
on me.
I came to see the old tree. You guys probably don't understand. You're not from here, but the Oklahoma tree is quite a...
There's only one of them, and everybody goes and checks it out. Yeah.
And if it fell on you, I mean, not only would that...
It falls on somebody almost every day, and then you just pop it back up, and people come and see it.
Could you imagine if we had just a thing that just fell and killed somebody all the time?
Oh, shit.
And all anybody ever did about that was just like... That fucking tree fell down.
Put it back up. Next person comes over. Ooh, ah! Just every day. That's gun control. Just gotta put it back up, and then something else horrible happens, and then we're like, oh, I gotta put it back up.
We don't need to control guns, Forrest. We need to control people.
The people with the guns.
No, just the people.
The people in general.
Give the robots the guns. They're going to make the best decisions.
Robo guns.
No, don't make robo guns. Because there's a big difference. Like, it's huge. There's a massive difference between, like, a gun that can think and, like, a robot that can use a gun. Like, there's a huge difference.
Is there?
Yes.
How?
Because just a gun that can, like, move around and think and shoot, it's only going to want to shoot. Its whole purpose is still just to shoot.
Well,
all
the
it thinks
of
about
the
is
robot
shooting.
holding a gun is to shoot the gun.
Not necessarily.
What if the robot
Not if you make a robot that can... like we talked about on a robot episode, a robot that's basically a human.
So the robot can do
can
a
fire
number
a
of
weapon.
things.
It can also choose not to pick up a weapon and fire it.
Oh, you said the robot could use a gun or also could do other shit as well. The gun is one of the variety of things that the robots can do.
It's one of the many things that robot can do, whereas a robotic gun is just a gun that can think about how much it wants to bang.
I have so many questions. So first of all, what if the gun is built into the robot? What if it's a robot that can do anything it wants, but the gun is just an arm? It's like a Samus situation. It's just one of its arms is a gun. It can still choose not to use it.
It's not a gun.
It's a whole. It's a robot with a gun.
No, it's a thing with a weapon on it. But it's not. It's not a.
What's
gun.
the difference between the robot making the decision? Oh shit! Is the camera done now? The movie recording has been stopped automatically. I think it has been.
Do you think when it says that it stopped, do you think that means it stopped?
I see. That's what I'm pretty sure that it has. I'm pretty sure that it has now stopped.
We'll go fix it.
Okay. Well, now this is where an ad break would be for people who are listening on YouTube. So
it doesn't even matter. We're in here talking about shit that's completely irrelevant to anything.
Yeah.
Put an ad here.
Okay.
I love it. Put the ad here. I love it.
Put an ad right here. We're back. That was the ad break. It was there. Did you see it? I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Are you gonna buy?
That's a lovely sponsor from
Grammarly, or some sort of
Google Fi.
Google Fi.
It's
yeah,
probably
is
Google Fi.
So you're gonna enjoy that now.
They're all Google Fi.
I've been getting a lot of fucking Grammarly ads.
Get Vonage.
But
so
fucking
that's the broadband USB thing.
What's
phone calls?
What fucking sucks is that the ads that I get now are a lot of times they're determined by my search history. So I'm on fucking Google Scholar all the time, so I get a lot of Grammarly and shit because like, oh, you're writing things, cool. But like on all my other shit, it's mainly like, oh, hey, you're almost 30. Why aren't you having kids yet? Here's the diaper ads. And I go in there, you can do your ad settings, and I'm like turning off all the baby ads, and they're like, you turned off a lot of baby ads. Here's the fertility clinic then, because clearly you need that. Why is the camera not on? Why is the camera not on?
Forrest doesn't know how to use his own equipment.
Is it recording now?
He's a big dumb idiot.
God damn it. Well, I think we should be good. I thought we were recording before, but now we are. Now we are back. Now we are officially back from the ad break. We took the ad break and then we took a second to talk about ads and now we're back. But I keep getting baby ads, and it's just because of the time of my life that I'm in. And I don't search for any baby equipment. I don't search for any baby cleaning materials, any baby fluids, any fucking
baby fluids.
Yeah, like Pediasure, baby fluid.
Pediasure.
You gotta change the fluids on your baby every now and then. You know what I mean?
Gotta top them off, yeah.
I don't look for baby maintenance, baby
Make sure
repair.
there's no air in the lines.
Yeah.
I know how it goes.
So I do all these things, and like...
I've seen a child.
I don't look for any of this shit, and I keep getting these fucking ads because I'm an old fucking man, and it sucks. God, it sucks.
It also depends on who you're around and geofencing and all kinds of other shit.
Yeah, it might be it as well.
Like when you walk into a place, like ads get.
I live in fucking Oklahoma, and most people have their first baby at 8 here. So like, you know, this bro is like, oh yeah, you're just another person, another human doing baby stuff.
Well, that's all most people. I mean, it's all really anybody. You're just another person. Everybody's just another fucking person walking around, sack of meat.
Sack of meat.
Sack of meat.
Sack of meat.
Don't get it twisted.
This rap shit is mine, and it's not a fucking game. Fuck what you heard. It's what you hearing. I love that song.
Calm down. All right. Yeah, yeah. But imposter syndrome aside.
Oh, that's what we were talking about, wasn't it? This whole thing was so confusing.
Off and on. Imposter syndrome aside, it's good to be back.
It's good to be back on the show. People love the show.
Doing a show again.
I did bring something special.
Motherfucker.
So I am working on a thing right now, and I don't know when it's going to come out. I'm trying to get it finished right now, but I'm so busy writing all the other shit that I'm talking about.
This is kind of a crossover event.
Well, I'm not going to say what everything is, but I'm working on a thing that involves electricity and humans. And so, that's not actually what... It doesn't matter. I bought this. I want a TENS unit.
Forrest said he's shocking people.
Yeah. So, like, it's a machine with these sticky pads here, and you plug it into the sticky pads, and you sticky the sticky pads onto your bod, and it zaps the shit out of your muscles, and it's supposed to be used for therapeutic purposes, to relieve muscle pains and things. It doesn't. There's not a lot of actual scientific evidence suggesting that these are actually beneficial in any way for pain management. It seems like what they actually do is just kind of get you used to worse pain, so that way when you deal with your normal pain, you're like, this is fine. And so this is great because it's a lot of fun, and it helps you to explore what muscle, well, not just pain, but like the muscle spasms. They're fun. You want to try it?
No, but we're gonna do it for the
the show.
People.
If you're watching on YouTube, you get a special treat, because like I'd be honest with you, 100% didn't anticipate using this today, but this show is so all over the place that we're just gonna try it.
This piece of shit grabbed it in the middle of the fucking commercial break.
I was like, hey, I gotta show you this.
I'm gonna stick these electrodes on you and shock the shit out of you.
I will say that don't do this. Don't try this. Consult with a medical professional before doing this. If you ever do try this, don't put it on your neck or your head for any reason. That's dumb. The whole point of this is that it sends electricity from one pad to the next. So it's a good idea to not cross over ligaments and make sure you're sticking to one muscle group. And a million other things. Just do not do what we're doing, is what I'm saying. There are a myriad of complications and dangers if you don't want to
do that.
Well, we're gonna though. But like, don't do this at home. Do not think that we're fun doing this. Don't think we're having fun doing this. Promise we're not. Don't do this.
What the fuck, Forrest? I don't want to do it.
Don't do it.
All right.
No, you are.
God damn it!
Don't do it. We'll take this hoodie off. It's hot.
Fucking asshole.
It's hot in here.
Fucking piece of shit.
We're YouTubers, Ben.
No, we're not.
This is something that we do.
You're a YouTuber. I'm just, like, I might be doing, like, video essays or something.
That'd be cool.
You're the one over here that's like, make Ben throw up. My safe word is go fuck yourself, you son of a bitch. I don't want to do it. Does it go over here?
No.
Good,
You're
okay,
sticking on
good.
the same muscle group.
That's the thing we said don't do, right?
Yeah, exactly. What Ben was suggesting is the worst possible scenario of what you plan. And then...
I will rip this thing off of me if I start to freak out.
Yeah, that's fine. So,
Okay.
like, do you want to control it? So, like, this is just...
No, I trust you. Give me a little bit.
Okay,
Give
so
me a
we're
start.
gonna turn
Oh,
it-
damn. Okay.
You feel
all
a
right.
little, it's just a little tickle.
So right now we're at about, like, I'd say, like,
One half.
the battery on your shotgun is about to go out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then this is like a 1, probably.
See, this is what I was afraid of.
And then that's a 1 and 1/2.
Oh, God, I love it.
And
This
then
is what
that's
I
a
was
2.
afraid- Oh, yeah.
So I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Leave it there. Let you get used to what that is. You see what I mean? See, I see your hand.
Yeah,
Now, this is
yeah,
what's cool.
I know, it's coming.
Is that you
this when
can-
they try to open their hands and shit? Everybody's
can't.
making these videos?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. So you're at a 2 now.
All
if
right,
you go up to like
let's
a...
go to 3.
that's a 1.5, and then
shit.
That's a 3. So
I don't want to say it's fun.
when
but
you move
it's
it
not
quickly,
not
it's
fun.
not as bad to deal with. It's when it's a sudden change. You know what I mean? So the muscles that we're contracting here, this is your flexor digitorum superficialis and flexor digitorum profundus in there. Those are the muscles that control your fingers and make them flex. That's why it's hard to open your hand. The muscles to make your hand ball into a fist are actually down here by your elbow. 3 and 1/2.
Okay, I'm good. I'm done. Off.
Bring it down.
Yep. Woo!
See what I mean?
So, was that 3.5?
That was 3.5.
3.5? That's my limit.
Yeah. I don't know how high this thing goes. Probably like a 10.
I've seen people go up to like The max I've seen him do on the videos is just usually like 4 or 5.
Yeah, they get crazy. And like
I have seen him take somebody to 8 and say it was a 3.
Yeah.
And like make fun of him, and then they told him like, "Hey, dude, by the way, you're a badass. You were on and it's like, but I'm not trying to do that.
Right. No.
So I'm already kind of like, I don't know. I have fucking nerve pain at the ass all the time, so I don't know if I'm like a good candidate for this. But like, I was immediately. It's pretty difficult to. You can't fucking do shit.
Yeah. No. Well,
it feels like you're moving in. Oops.
Yeah. Slapping things.
That's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
It feels like you're moving under like water.
Yeah, well, it's fascinating to think about because what it's doing is it's your muscles contract because of electrical impulses from your nerves. So by sending these electrical impulses, you are forcing the muscle to contract. It's not a conscious control thing. You literally overriding your body. You know what I mean? And that's awesome. It's just so much fun to think about. I'm gonna trade you.
All right.
Trade you. I'm gonna take this guy.
Yeah, you do it.
Peel that off of your skin. There we go.
Kind of gross.
Yeah, I'm gonna get your skin cells stuck to mine. We're
That's
family
okay.
now.
We're gonna take showers later.
Possibly together.
Okay.
You want to control it since I controlled yours?
Well, you know what to do. That's what's.
So you just touch.
Man, I don't actually know if my hand's back yet.
It should be by now.
Not like I don't have fine motor skills.
That's 1/2, and it's noticeable.
Okay, here. You just hit the arrow. That's it?
So like.
Where does it indicate how much I'm giving you?
There. And so
Okay.
it's 1 bar, and then you click it again, and that's a full bar, and then
How
you click
high
it
have
again,
you-
and it jumps up to the next
How
one.
high have you gone on this before?
Some.
So,
So you won't notice until like the second.
so that's 1 or 1/2.
There's 2 clicks per bar, so that's 1/2 now.
Okay, so 1. There, you're at
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, that's fine. So keep going.
There's 1.5.
Yeah, so keep going.
2.
That's 2.
I
Yes.
was at.
It's and like at that point, is that 2 1/2?
That's 2.5.
Go to
Yeah.
3. God, see
That's
that's
where it
what I'm
starts.
talking about. See, I didn't do that. That was
Up until then, it was like fine. Once you get, see, look. Yeah, the relief.
yeah. Put it back. And
That's 4.
That's not me. That's a 4.
That's a 4.
Also, I just anticipated it a bit more because
Yeah.
now I'm.
There you go.
It's weird because like the first time my hand snapped closed, the second time I was able to kind of okay, now I can figure it out. You know what I mean? Put it back to 4.
Okay.
Work your way up. Don't just jump to it, but get to 4. You put it. Is that 3? Yeah. See. Okay. Yeah.
you're
No,
4.
that's fine. That's a 4 there. Yeah.
4.5.
4.5. So what's interesting on this is that because of
5.
where the electrode is placed, it's
4.5.
No, put it back to 5. Put it back to 5. So because of where
Tell me what's interesting, Forrest. I need to know.
because of where the electrode is placed, I mainly have a problem moving my middle 2 fingers because
Because of those tendons.
the flexor superficial. Is that 5.5?
Yeah. I think that's probably enough. I don't really want to. I actually care about you. I don't want to.
You see what I mean, though? It's a lot
It
of
gets
fun.
really hard to talk after 4.
You can't stop thinking about what's going on with your arm. And like, so what I want to do with this, and this podcast has not a lot of people listen, so hopefully
That's exciting.
right? Hopefully, I told this to my patrons, and I'm going to say it on the podcast because most of the people who listen to the podcast are also patrons. What I want to do is write a thing about menstrual cramps because a lot of times I see people using these to simulate menstrual cramps, and so I want to write a thing about like the need for access to hygienic menstrual products and like how healthcare is a human right and blah blah blah.
That'd be pretty cool.
And I want to be.
So if we hook this up to our abdomens, it would be like we could experience like menstrual cramps.
It causes abdominal. Yeah, it causes your abs to cramp up.
Granted,
It's
to
still
be
like-
fair, I have definitely had cramps before. So like I know that I would imagine that like if it's cramps for like days and you can't do shit about it, sounds awful.
Yeah, no, I've been sick, man. I know what cramps are. I thought I heard a thing. Is what I was.
I heard a thing too. It
It was very
nothing.
strange.
It
Very
was
strange.
nothing.
It's just whatever goblin lives over there. But like, I want to give
Goblins
this to.
are real.
I want to give this to Amber and
I
have
know-
her tell me like, okay, so a 6.5 is about a normal period cramp for me or whatever, and then get there and try to record a video with it. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
That's the goal for that. That's why I bought this.
Fuck this microphone. I'll hit it again.
You want me to move it?
No. I just wanted to get closer.
So, like, that's the video idea, and I don't know when I'm going to have time to do that, but I felt remiss that I've had this thing for a week and I haven't done anything with it yet, so I figured this is a good time to shock the bullshit out of ourselves.
It's pretty cool.
For the people who watch the podcast to enjoy, you know? This episode, man, it's been all over the place.
I think it's fine. We didn't,
We still have
we still have
5 minutes
plenty
left.
of time. We could go even a little bit longer.
If we wanted to.
If we wanted to.
We were those kind of people.
We'll see what happens. This one's just kind of rambly. It's fine. It's not like we didn't talk about anything.
No, we covered all sorts of stuff.
I'd rather talk about this than anything that's going on. What's happening in the news right now? They're fucking investigating the Capitol shit.
You know what's happening in the news right now?
I don't want to know.
In Canada, a bunch of truckers are
Oh
blocking up
shit!
roadways.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, no.
It's gonna happen here next.
Well, that's what I want to talk about, is that they're blocking up roadways and stopping traffic and shutting down bridges and destroying supply lines to protest vaccine mandates. So here in America, all the truckers are like, we're going to do the same thing because fuck Joe Biden. We're going to block this to protest the vaccine mandates. First of all, there are no vaccine mandates. There hasn't been. The Supreme Court stopped it. So there isn't a vaccine mandate to protest, and they're still trying to protest it. Second of all, these are the same motherfuckers that when Black Lives Matter was blocking a highway were like, run them all down! You can't destroy the... Also, these are the same motherfuckers who are like, Biden's destroying the supply lines, the economy's destroyed, and the supply lines... So now they're going to shut down the supply lines and make it worse. And then also, these are the same motherfuckers...
What do they mean Biden is destroying the supply lines? Because I'll tell you right now what destroyed the supply lines.
It's COVID.
It was COVID.
Yeah, it's fucking COVID. Exactly.
It was fucking COVID.
Yeah, but these fucking people don't understand anything about anything.
I was there, Gandalf. Hello. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
And then these are the same people who vote for Republican politicians who last year
it's not
voted
Trump's fault
to not
we had
allow...
shortages either.
Exactly. We talked about that in an episode. If anybody's looking at this problem and being like, well, Trump's an asshole or Biden's an asshole, you forgot that there's a fucking global pandemic. Like, I agree, Trump
That's one of my favorite things. I love how we're going to ramble about this shit right at the tail end. One of my favorite fucking things about the whole pandemic is the way America has completely acted like I knew they always do.
Yeah.
But they've acted like that. Guys, there are other places in the fucking world.
Right. The world is not America.
They're like, I'm like, it's a global conspiracy to get Americans to wear masks. Shut up! That's insane!
It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
It doesn't make any sense.
And like these are the same...
again, I'm gonna say it again because I want to get on a high horse for a second. I'm not blaming Trump for the fucking supply chain.
No. It's stupid.
It's not his fault. If you could say maybe that like he didn't do enough early on, but like the global pandemic fucked a lot. One thing, China took it super seriously, and everybody gets a ton of shit from China.
Yep.
And everybody gets a ton of shit manufactured in China and different Asian countries all over. Like, where's another one that's, anyway, there's several countries, like, there's like 2 or 3 countries where most manufacturing gets done.
China, India, and Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's another. Indonesia is manufacturing a bunch of shit now.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And so
Taiwan, if you want to split, you could piss off China.
Okay. So exactly.
Yeah.
So when all of those places shut down hard like they did, it creates a huge, massive bottleneck. Like there's so much going on,
also,
and it's so complicated, and it's not a conspiracy.
Also, the problem remains capitalism.
It's just logistics.
But like also a large part of the problem is still capitalism. Because remember when all those ships were stuck in the fucking harbor and nobody had anything because you couldn't get out of the harbor. We don't have anybody. And then it was for like months like we can't do it. We just have all these ships. And then Biden was like, all right, you now have to pay a fee every day you're in the harbor. And all of a sudden, all that cleared up. All of a sudden, it was all out the window. And there's this big lumber shortage. Where's all the lumber? What has happened? Has production stopped? No, we have huge warehouses full of lumber. Is exactly the same. We just realized we could charge more for it, so we did. And now that's where we are. And like, if you really think at any time that because the pandemic happened, now all of these things are shut down and all of these supply chains are destroyed and all these things, and there's just no way out. Remember that these fucking billionaires made billions more dollars. Fucking Elon Musk made over I think $2 or something billion in a day. Jeff Bezos made billions of dollars in a day. They have increased their wealth by $1 trillion between them. And here's a real fucking number for you. This is not a hyperbole. This is a real, actual number. If the top 1% in America, Bezos and Zuckerberg and Musk and Gates and all these assholes, if these top 1% people lost 99.99% of their wealth, again, that is not a hyperbole. That is the actual figure. If they lost 99.99% of their wealth, they would still be the richest people in America by a lot. By a fucking lot. How is that? And this happened because of the pandemic. They made billions of dollars while people starved to death and died in cold houses.
Where all the money, because I know that when the stimulus went out, a bunch of money went into the stock market.
Oh yeah.
And I know that there was a shit ton of money given to huge corporations, and they pumped. I know there was money pumped directly into the stock market. I think at some point, if I remember correctly, because I remember looking at that and being like, "Huh, that's not good." Yeah. And then that. They made a shit ton of money on that. And then the politicians, there was that whole thing where Congress got caught selling shares.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, no, that's not that they've been caught. That's what they do.
I know, we know that that's what they do. They do it all the time. They do. It's not insider trading, but it's insider trading. But it is insider trading, and they do it all the fucking time. But they were this was them. We had them on video.
Yeah.
we had them on video doing the fucking thing, and
there's a reason why.
Nothing is, it's not. That's not going to change.
The big stock trading journals, they follow what politicians buy because these people, their whole job is to change the market. So if they're all right, we're going to pass this tax on wood really quick. We're going to sell all of our stocks in wood first, and then we'll pass this tax on wood. How is that not a fucking conflict of interest? Honestly, you know what I mean? And so these people who pass these, who write these stock reports and publish these journals and things, they're just oh, shit, Nancy Pelosi's husband just bought a fuck in Google. They're probably about to pass a bill that benefits these fucking...
How much is a fuck?
Hundreds of stocks. I don't know. A lot.
Fuck, okay, hundreds
of thousands. Who
hundreds
knows?
Of thousands. I don't know.
Fucks.
Very
whole fuck's worth.
Multiple fucks. Very.
But it's so predictable that people do it for a living and we still can't call it corruption, and it's crazy. You know what I mean? It blows my fucking mind.
It is crazy. I like when the more you learn about the stock market, the more you're what is the stock market actually?
What really though? What actually is it? What's the fucking actual point?
I think one guy was it'd be cool if people could invest in your company if they thought it was gonna be successful,
Yeah.
And then they could get a return on investment. And then I think some other guy was yeah,
just a return on investment.
Yeah,
twirling his mustache as he fucking talked. Of course, yes. Polish his monocle.
So that sounds like an innocent idea.
Yes. We'll just invest a little bit in a company that we think might do well. Might. And now, 100 or so years later, that's all that it fucking is. That's the country. That's the whole.
It is about 100 years.
That's about yeah.
It's about 100 years, and that's why I think that's one of the reasons things are so wonky.
This is your weekly, because it's a weekly podcast, weekly reminder that the stock market is fucked up, politicians are corrupt, and that the Federal Reserve and the IRS are both private companies. They are not governmental institutions. They literally control money for the entire country, and they are private corporations. Just remember that. Always remember that.
Always never forget.
Always
Don't never forget about it.
Never forget to always remember.
And
that this whole thing fucking sucks. This is a weird episode. I enjoyed it.
You say that every week.
It's weird every week.
Every week, this guy says that it's a weird episode, and I really enjoyed it.
I had a fun time talking about everything we talked about.
Fuck you, Forrest.
I'm gonna finish writing the new scripts. And
Forrest is miserable.
I am tired. And I'm gonna finish writing these new scripts, and then I'm gonna get to my actual job until the end of this year, and then I'll stop doing that job.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I hope you guys enjoyed listening. I know I enjoyed not listening. Enjoy the day that you were having. Well, I didn't listen to it. I said it.
You never listen to it.
Yeah.
You just pump
Why would
it
I
up.
listen to our
That's
podcast?
why you let me get away with saying some horrific shit on the last episode.
Nobody deserves to listen to this podcast. I'm certainly not going to fucking
Like
myself to it.
I said a derogatory word, and I wish I could take it back because it was in the heat of the moment. And I was referring to Joe Rogan's fans.
What'd you call them?
I think I referred to because you were talking about how they wanted Joe Rogan to fuck him, and I said something about what do the cocksuckers want, and then I realized like later that that's like the way I think of that word and the way it actually gets used are completely different.
It is hard because
because I've never ever. I don't view cocksucking as like a bad thing.
No, but it does. You're right. It does have a homophobic history, and I have to remember that.
Yeah,
too.
and I think the word cock is funny.
Just a second ago, I said that the economy sucks. Where does that word? It's not like I'm talking about a vacuum. That's a shortening of that, isn't it? Like, or at least I think it is. So
it probably is because they also say people used to say blows.
Yeah, exactly. I still do. As that's a somewhat PG-13 way to say it's terrible, you know what I mean? And so, those do have slightly homophobic histories. And it's crazy. I think it was
So I'm addressing that now, so I apologize. If anybody, felt anything from that, that's not what it was.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's because we were referring to Joe Rogan, and I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
I gotta analyze myself.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a thing to look back at, and that's cool.
Well, but it's funny because I thought about it, and I was like, holy shit, because I was just like, oh, God. I just realized in the moment, I was like, oh, that's not.
Yeah.
The way I use that in my mind is not the way. Like, it has such a bad history.
Yeah, well, it's crazy. Do you ever watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Yeah. There was an episode where D used that said cocksucker, and they were like, whoa, and she was like, what? Half the population loves sucking cock, half the population loves having their cock sucked. What's the problem here? But yeah, no,
I don't know if half the population loves sucking cock.
Puts up with.
Actually, you know what, though? If we're not gonna, really, it's probably over half.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
Anyway.
But there's probably some overlap there. But yeah, no, it is interesting to think about the history of that.
Sex is weird in general. We need to do a whole episode on how weird sex is and how
it's a horrible thing, and especially penises in general are just
all of it
terrible.
No, all of it.
Yeah,
penises are fine. You're biased.
You
don't like Forrest doesn't like the penises, and we got to bring him around.
I don't like most penises.
You gotta bring him around some penises.
Have an awesome day, guys. This gets worse. Oh God.
No, that's good. I think we're also getting back into the swing of things. Forrest is miserable. He's working a lot. I just moved.
Yeah, you're tired, man.
I just moved, and I'm also expecting another child.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so that's fucking in less than a month.
It's
so
horrible.
Less than a month.
It's horrible. I'm so sorry.
But that child is irrelevant. All that matters is the podcast. They're gonna listen to this one day. It's my son.
If I can get you like a new baby balloon that just says irrelevant or something. Oh, it's a boy or it's a girl. It's irrelevant. Oh my God!
I'm gonna use that joke in in a scene at some point.
Absolutely.
That's getting filed away.
Yeah.
Thanks for shocking me.
You're
all
welcome.
have a great day.
Let us know down in the comments if what Well, I'll get there. if you have ever played the Dying Light, or if you think that Ben's offspring are irrelevant, and I will talk to you next week.
Next week. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
It's funny because when you're talking about like relevancy,
Yeah.
it's relative.
Relative.
Which is another rela word.
Relative relevance.
It is like right, like because like they're relevant
relevant.
to me, but like really
Irrelevance. Elephant. Relevant. Irrelevant.
elephants.
Relevant.
They
Irrelevant.
can't be relevant and irrelevant.
Relative irrelevant. Elephants. Elephant.
Put the fucking thing back on.
I'm gonna turn off.
Shock
off the
yourself.
recording.
Put the thing back on.
Turning
Shock
off the
yourself.
recording.
Put the thing back on and shock yourself.
They try to say irrelevant.
Yes.
The episode ended how it began. We're just fucking stupid off camera. God damn it.
You want to record another one?
Yeah.